doing now, no, is under the coverage of cases of impeachment. So, clear naman po yung pagka-fit ng words ng 1987 Constitution and the Bank Secrecy Law. And siguro, Madam Chair, I'd also just like to raise a general comment for the benefit of the public and not specifically to answer any specific comment by members, no, but also para ma-enlighten yung public. Yung nakalagay po sa Section 11, no, na quote-unquote, bank inquiry power requiring a court order, hindi naman po nakalimit doon yung kakayahan ng AMLC to produce documents. Lalo na if the AMLC reports or information is already in possession of AMLC, no, prior to the starting of the impeachment proceedings, as confirmed by AMLC earlier, no, any reports of transactions, hawak na nila. No? And under the valid processes of this government agency, kinakausap yung kapwa government agency na i-produce yung information na hawak nila, rumirespondi po sila accordingly. May lawful authority po ang government agency na ito na gawin yon, i-ask yon from a different government agency. So yun po, fully covered yung lahat pong ginagawa ng House Committee on Justice on these impeachment proceedings. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
Now, can we proceed to the report of AMLC?
Madam Chair.
The Honorable Adjong is recognized.
Madam Chair, if Congressman Joboy Aquino is done with his questioning, I'd like to ask AMLC.
Honorable Joboy Aquino, are you done with your clarificatory questions?
Finally, I'm done.
Yes,
Madam
so
Chair.
we can now proceed to Honorable Adjong.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Magandang hapon na po. Magandang hapon po sa atin lahat. I'd like to direct my questions to AMLAC. Brad, magandang hapon. Your position as Executive Director of AMLC is not an ordinary opinion, no? It's actually created and governed by a certain law. Can you confirm to me that this law is the RA 9160?
Yes, Madam Chair, it is governed by the Anti-Money Laundering Act, which is RA 9160 as amended.
Thank you. And Section 8 of that law mandates, the law that mandates your position demands a certain qualifications, no? Just to be brief about it, I would like to enumerate to you the qualifications by which you are entitled or you are allowed or qualified at least to hold that position that you're occupying right now. Number one is you must be a lawyer, at least 35 years old with it. You have of course, unquestionable integrity and possess at least 5 years of experience in financial regulatory institutions like the BSP, Securities and Exchange Commission, or any insurance commission. In your professional view, Madam Chair, Executive Director, bakit kinakailangan mag-set ng ganitong klaseng standards for an Executive Director of AMLC?
I may not answer in a of my professional view, but I can offer my personal view.
Yeah.
And that is the position of the Executive Director in the leadership of the Anti-Money Laundering Council Secretariat requires technical proficiency as well as, and most importantly, I think, the ability to ensure impartiality and to act independently. We are navigating, or the work of the AMLC navigates a lot of complex financial structures, financial systems, and it is our duty to make sure that we are always impartial in the things that we do.
Okay, very good. So, ibig sabihin, the work that your position demands that you have to have a deep understanding, no, of, sabi mo nga, of complex financial systems, no, and high level of probity to handle sensitive information impartially. Tama ba?
Yes.
That you said you mentioned earlier that you have to work independently. Does that also mean that you have to be impartial?
Yes.
When doing your work. Tama po ba?
Yes, Madam
Okay.
Chair.
Para po sa for the benefit of the public, because Madam Chair, I'm sure a lot of our kababayan now are watching, no? Marami kanina, I was listening to the exchanges of some of my colleagues here, and Representative Laila De Lima mentioned the phrase money laundering, no? Parati ho natin ito naririnig, Madam Chair, no? In simple terms, no, for the benefit of our ordinary kababayan, ano ba ibig sabihin ng money laundering? Kasi you can be technical in your explanation, or you can be, you can, sabi nga ni Congressman Garin, laymanize it. for the
Honorable
understanding
Adjong
of
is
our-
just requesting for an explanation as to the nature of money laundering as an offense.
Yeah. The money laundering, Mr. Chair, because my questions is premised on the mandate of the AMLC, so that we can fully understand.
For the
what-
benefit of the
for-
viewing public.
Yeah. That's
So-
correct, Madam Chair. So,
Yes.
PD?
To put it simply, money laundering is a process whereby proceeds from illegal activities are concealed or cleaned and make them appear as coming from legitimate activities. So the term itself is laundering or cleaning of dirty money, and hence we have that term money laundering.
So ibig sabihin, Madam Chair, kung I will attempt to translate it into Tagalog. Hindi po ako Tagalog, Maranao po ako, pero ito po yung pagkaintindi ko based on your explanation. Ibig sabihin, yung mga possible na pumapasok halimbawa na pera na hindi sa mabuti o sa illegal ang source ay, kumbaga, ano yung launder sa Tagalog? Nilalaba, no? Nilalaba, tama ba? I beg the indulgence of the committee. Nilalabahan para it would appear as if nasa yung source ng pera na ito ay nasa illegal at tamang sources. Tama po ba yung aking pag-interpret or pag-translate into Tagalog?
Agree po ako. Tama po. Ang layunin po ng ng paglaban sa money laundering ay maiwasan na itong mga pera na galing sa illegal ay maitago sa otoridad o maipakita na galing di umano sa malinis sa paraan when sa totoo hindi naman talaga.
Okay. Earlier, Madam Chair, I was listening also to some of the comments of our colleagues, and they mentioned certain phrases, like for example, red flag indicators. Kanina, I was also listening to the exchanges between Congressman Flores and Congresswoman De Lima. Is it correct,